Hey, what's up, everybody? Happy Friday. Always like to kick off with some fun news or happy news. And on this day in history, in 1926, Marilyn Monroe was born. So it's Marilyn Monroe's birthday, 1926. It seems like an awfully long time ago, probably because it was an awfully long time ago. Also on this day in 1980, CNN was launched as a network. So 38 years later, here we are. Had an awesome week of Money Savage podcasts. Had Bo Henderson from Rich Life Advisors on talking about being a good steward of one's money. And that's certainly an important topic I wanted to talk a little bit more about. We had Tony Isola on talking about how Social Security will fit potentially into your retirement income picture and his thoughts on that. So I know a lot of people are concerned about it or have questions about it, and I think that Tony brought up some great points. And finally, we had Francois Gadin on, and he has a really interesting story. He founded a company and sold it for a lot of money, and in an effort to get financial advisory, he was unhappy with what was available in the marketplace, and that led him to actually start a new discipline of financial advisory, specifically designing retirement income. So how do you do that optimally and efficiently? So great guests. Check that out. You can find it on iTunes and Google Play and Stitcher, as well as Podbean. So check that out. I also read somewhere this week that the average American spends $140 a day. And I've always somewhat been aware that that the average American income is around $56,000 a year. And whenever we're talking about averages, I appreciate that there's a lot of nuance that goes into that. But these are just kind of the numbers. So, but if you're spending $140 a day, you're spending $51,100 a year. So is that a lot? Is that not a lot? It just kind of is what it is. And those are the averages. But it was interesting to have it framed in the way of $140 a day. So that's taking into consideration your housing and your car and your food. That's not just saying that you're out spending $140 on lunch and Starbucks or whatever. But it sort of led me to think about, are we all being good stewards of our money? Do we have a good grasp of what we're really spending our money on? Or is it all just walking out the back door and we have no idea what we're really spending our money on? I, like everybody, I like the idea of personal responsibility. I'd like to think that I'm a pretty responsible person. I like accountability. I like to hold myself accountable. I like to hold the people that I'm friends with, my loved ones, accountable as well. I think that if we were able to do that a little bit more, the world would be a better place, take care of our communities. So that being said, you need discipline first, because you can't go from 0 to 100 right away. So you have to start small. You have to start with the discipline first. And that is really understanding where your money is going, how much is coming in, really what's going out. And I've talked a lot about budgeting, and it's not necessarily the most sexy or exciting topic in the world, but it's the foundation of your entire financial world, because if you don't understand what's coming in and what's going out, then really the rest of it doesn't necessarily matter. So we need to get a handle on your expenses and be a good steward of your money. So figure out how much you're actually spending on a daily basis, on a monthly basis, on an annual basis. I think that'll really help you to be more successful long term. So check out the podcasts. Check out the website, georgegrumbacher.com. I appreciate you taking 4 minutes and probably about 25 seconds to listen. Have an awesome weekend, and I'll talk soon.